Are you tired of being the referee every day, multiple times a day, because your kids fight and argue and bicker over everything? I'm going to tell you what you need to do to switch that whole situation around. Right now, everything's probably feeling like one exhausting negotiation after the other, and constant, Mom, he took this and she took that and he won't give me my, and that's not fair. I have 6 kids and I have been doing this for a long time and mentoring a lot of parents for a long time. So I know exactly what you are feeling right now. And you might think that what you need in this moment is maybe more serious consequences, or just, shut it down. If you can't agree over the toy, we're going to take it away. If you can't agree over the television, we're going to turn it off. I mean, that does work, but for a time. That does work for a time. But what you need to know is that this is exactly what your kids are supposed to be doing right now. This is not a design flaw, this is a feature. Your kids first learn how to negotiate, how to compromise, how to work with other people to get what they want, to come to agreement, to agree to disagree. All of those skills are being built right now in your home, in your family. So this is actually an opportunity for you to be teaching your children skills that they will take with them throughout their entire life, no matter where they go. The ability to negotiate with a boss for a higher pay raise, the ability to get along with a coworker, or to handle a coworker who is hard to get along with. The ability to have good relationships with their friends, with their spouses, to be able to talk about and disagree about things without it becoming a source of separation, of disconnection, of ongoing tension. Now, obviously, right now, your kids do not have those skills. If they did have those skills, you would not be constantly refereeing. But if you are willing to put in a little bit of time up front to build those skills in them, then you're going to find on the back end, you're doing a whole lot less refereeing, a whole lot less of settling disagreements for your kids, and then everyone's mad at you for how you decided to settle it, and a whole lot more watching your children grow in their ability to get along with each other, their ability to compromise, and their ability to negotiate. So here's the first thing. You cannot have an effective negotiation situation, an effective compromise situation, when everyone's volume on their feelings is already turned up to 11, right? When everyone is already, which is the moment when you notice that there's a conflict, and when you're coming in and everyone is already ready to tear at each other because they're just so done. They're so frustrated. Step 1, co-regulate. In Japanese culture, it's called, I will butcher this pronunciation, ma, which is being silent together. Now, I've talked in a few other videos about the power of co-regulation, calming yourself, your own body, your own heartbeat, your own breath, and how that invites your children into that safe space of regulation where they're going to automatically calm beside you, because you have always been the source of calm for them since they were babies. So now we're going to do it all together. And this might take a little bit up front, Our instinct as Western parents is to send everyone to their room. Go to your room until you calm down. It's creating separation. It's creating isolation. It's sending the message that if you have big feelings like this, you aren't an acceptable person to be around. And I mean, it makes sense if they can't be in the same room without going at it, that you want to separate them. But what are we communicating long term? We want to communicate that there is room right here for these big feelings, and we need to deal with the feelings first so that we can deal with what you're disagreeing with. So set a timer. You may need to teach them this. It might not work the first time, but you're going to set a timer for 2 minutes, and you're going to say, we're just going to sit here together. No one say anything. No. But no. No one say anything. We're just going to sit together. You can be mad if you want. You can feel like it's not fair if you want, but we're all going to sit together in silence for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long time to hold on to anger and frustration. Some kids will accomplish this, but everyone will come down. And there's something very fascinating about when we're doing this together. It draws us closer without any words being said. It reminds us of our connection with each other. You could play some music if you don't think that will lead to more disagreement about, I don't like this music, or I like this music. Bach is nice, I think. Zen, something with beat, people might accidentally start dancing. You figure out what works for your family. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm just going to tell you 2 minutes side by side, no one speaks. And now here is the trick. When people speak, you are not going to say, tell me what happened. What did he do to you? Why are you fighting about this? Okay, let me figure out what's the fair settlement. No, you're going to make it their job. It is their job to figure this out. So you are going to ask a few questions. First, you're going to back it up, and you are going to ask everyone to volunteer, what could you have done differently just now to keep it from getting to the point where everyone is feeling so angry at each other? This will be easier for older kids than younger kids, so you can let your older kids go first. You can model this in other situations. I should have done this. Then you are going to ask each person what they think the other person wants out of this situation. You're going to get them to put themselves in the other person's shoes. My kids just got home from school. I'll be back. Okay. They have been fed, watered, listened to, and sent to their rooms so that I can finish telling you what to do when they're having a disagreement. So, you are putting them in each other's shoes, inviting them to think for themselves about what the other sibling wants to get out of this exchange. What is it that they want that they're not getting? You allow everyone to say what they think the other person wants, phrased positively with a little help from you. Then we're going to check in with each person. Is that what you want? Is that what you're trying to get out of this? Is that what you're hoping for? And you're going to let them clarify. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Well, partially. What I actually want is this. I want him to leave me alone, or I want him to stop touching my stuff, or I want him to not take my Lego anymore. So you're going to allow for clarification. This is the conversation where we are coming to the middle, and they're learning how to find the middle, not just their own viewpoint, but another person's viewpoint. Next question. Is there a way for you all to get what you want? Let them think about it. You might have ideas. You probably do. You probably know how this should go, but this is for them to think about. Is there a way for both of you to get what you want right now? If so, how? What do you suggest? And if not, is there another way to move forward? By going through these steps, by going through aiming toward this kind of thinking about the other person's experience, also resolution. Now I have a teenager trying to open a bag of bread quietly right beside me. Just take it and go, love. By doing this, you are going to start them thinking outside of their own grievance, their own box, their own, this isn't fair, and only considering what's being done to them without considering what they're doing to someone else. By doing this, you're inviting them to think broader, think wider, and think toward solutions. This will not happen right away. The first time you do this, it might go very badly. This is a skill that needs to be learned. This is an investment of your time and energy in training your children to be able to negotiate and solve their own issues without you around all the time. This is an investment in your future peace as a parent. And I promise if you try and you stick with it and you adapt and you adjust and you observe, you're going to find a decrease in sibling conflict and just endless bickering. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. And more effective resolution skills in your kids going forward, which means that you get to stop being referee over time. You get to watch your kids do their own conflict resolution over time. So here are your three things. First, co-regulate. We're all going to get quiet. We're going to sit, set a timer, be still. 2 minutes. Second, what could you have done different that could have changed this moment so that it didn't become such a conflict? 3, what does the other person want and need out of this? 4, is there a way for you to all get what you want and need? If so, how? 5, if there isn't a way, is there another way to move forward? Now, if there is no way for everyone to get what they want, that's when you may need to step in and help and suggest all those things you already have in your toolbox. Take turns, set a timer, play it his way today, play it your way tomorrow. But let your children be the problem solvers instead of you being the one they turn to always solve the problem. So give this a try. And if you want more practical parenting advice that's going to help you create a strong, safe bond with your children and equip them to be resilient human beings in the future, then go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter and you will get that from me.